Can somebody please explain to me why the lamest, most egregious offender in the GTA clone or GTA knockoff category, which, make no mistake about it, folks, is a genre unto itself at this point, between your just causes, between your mafias, between your postals, and all the other inferior clones that we have been blessed with a remake of Saints Row, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, the 3rd Street Saints are back in action, except nobody cares. Those of you that do care are in the minority, and the minorities are full of shit. This game was never good. You hear people online, you read the comments in the forums, or you see people on their YouTube videos hearkening back to the days when Saints Row was just great. It was a great alternative to Grand Theft Auto. It put the fun back in a open world fun sandbox, and it was just the best Grand Theft Auto clone we'd ever seen. Bull fucking shit. And you know what I'm about to say is true. You know it. You would not be watching this video if you thought Saints Row was good. All right, the first Saints Row, absolutely trash game, failed on multiple fronts, couldn't even get its concept straight, and the humor was entirely misplaced. Second Saints Row game, oh, well, we're already out of creativity. We're already out of gas in the originality tank, so what do? We're just going to crank up the nonsense. Yep, we're going to appeal to those knuckle-dragging Neanderthals that bought the first one by putting in even more ridiculous concepts, like driving around a sewer truck and spraying sewage on people. Yeah, that's real fucking fun, isn't it? All these ridiculous crimes you can commit, like insurance fraud. That shit ain't fun. What is that teaching our youth? What is that teaching our youth? Well, the series didn't end there, folks. We had Saints Row the Third. Oh, yes, we're giving it an incredibly original title, Saints Row the Third, often touted by many quote-unquote Saints Row fans. I don't actually believe there are any, but they call themselves fans, as being the best entry in the series. In this one, you get a giant purple dildo. You can go whack people with it. It's been ported to every goddamn system over the last 2 generations. This game, when I sat down to play it, I could feel myself slipping into that knuckle-dragging, dumbass Neanderthal territory, and I had to put it down. It's not fun. Seriously, other than edgelords, ages 10 and below, who think it's fun and funny as fuck to take a massive dildo and whack people upside the head with it. Who laughs at this? I'm over here crying, and I'm not crying in laughter. I'm crying because the future is fucked if this is what these up-and-coming generations are being raised on, if this is what they find humorous. When I was 10 years old, I was not whacking people with dildos in video games. I was playing chess in the tournament against Bobby Fischer. I may have lost, but in my youth, I still had plenty of growing to do, and I continued to grow. I adopted a love for strategy games, games that make you use your fucking head, not trash like this. But wouldn't you know it, folks, Saints Row 4 came out. Yeah, this time you're playing as the president. There's fucking aliens. This game is so over-the-top ridiculous, so completely devoid of any logic or grounding in reality, that it may as well be a caricature unto itself of the entire series. All right, this game is unrecognizable as a Saints Row game. You can tell that the creativity well had not only ran dry, but that the employees who were dipping their cups into it to begin with were dying of thirst. It was literally fucking throw everything at the wall. It doesn't matter whether it sticks or not. It's being jammed into this game. Of course, it got a couple of horrible DLCs to go with it. The point I'm trying to make here, folks, is this is a series. This is a rare franchise where each subsequent game was not only incredibly shittier than its predecessor, but it continuously promoted lowering your intelligence to appeal to the lowest common denominator. By the time we got to Saints Row 4, this game is not appealing to those edgy 10-year-olds anymore. It's appealing to people who have an IQ lower than their shoe size. They have an IQ in the single digits. All right? It is completely fucking irresponsible for them to go back and now try to quote-unquote bless us with a remake of what is easily the worst video game franchise I have ever seen. Whoever born this abortion into existence should have cut it off at its fucking head, because this series is what's wrong with gaming. Thank God I've got Jack Thompson on speed dial, and we will be shutting this fucking game down before it hits shelves. We will have them cease development. We need to protect our youth. This game right here, ladies and gentlemen, will be the death of every hope we have for humanity if it's allowed to release. I mean, even on a video game front, it's not fun. It completely bastardizes everything that Grand Theft Auto originally set out to do. But you already know that. You already know Grand Theft Auto is better. You actually think that this circus of a game made by clowns, promoted by idiots, made specifically for individuals who are Neanderthals, who are complete idiots, who have no taste in video games and only enjoy shit. You know damn good and well this is a pale imitation of the godly, the mountainous, the unstoppable force Grand Theft Auto, and I cannot wait to buy Grand Theft Auto 5 for the third time on the third generation. Barely anything changed. Well, you know what, crybabies? Barely anything needed to change. You clowns need to shape up if you're a Saints Row fan. You need to take those goddamn nostalgia goggles off. The game wasn't that great to begin with, and it only got progressively worse. And you need to look at Grand Theft Auto. You need to be giving them money. You need to be buying shark cards. You need to be investing in their online economy. You need to be making real purchases with your hard-earned dollar for assets and items and clothing in a video game that it only exists as a digital asset. You need to be funding Rockstar, because if you want more great games, if you want to see Grand Theft Auto 6, if you want to see Manhunt 3, if you want to see Red Dead 3, they need the money. That's why I'm fully committed to giving Rockstar every single dollar I have so I can see the greatest developer and publisher in the world put out the greatest games in the world. And I will not soil my collection, nor will I soil my system of choice with the poor man's slop that is Saints Row. They serve this shit at the soup kitchen. This is what all the half-ass gamers will be playing. Meanwhile, real gamers such as myself, Grand Theft Auto 5, PS5, Xbox Series X, Next Gen Update, can't wait to pay $70 for it. I'll be in line day one, motherfucker. Fuck Saints Row.